It's a Rinnai water heater. It's leaking. See the rust on the gas line here? I don't know if you can see it or not. There's water dripping out of the bottom of it. See? It's been dripping all over this stuff. It's getting extra gross. Here's the inside of it. You look in here, you can see a fine mist of water. You can just barely see it, but it's there. And you can see that it's dripping all over the place. It's dripping right on the controls and in the circuit boards and stuff. Here's our new heat exchanger. And all this stuff is necessary to install. All these gaskets. Look at all this shit. Flies buzzing around and everything, man. It's really straightforward and easy to change these. Look, they give you these concise, quick instructions. Really easy to follow. Excellent high detail color photographs. So, even though I've never worked on a Rinnai water heater before my entire life, it should be effortless to do. Well, first thing you gotta do is unplug all these wires without taking a picture of anything, about, you know, making sure that you put it back right. Just start unhooking stuff. Alright. Once that all's unhooked, you gotta take that little clip out and pull this thing out of there. Then you take out those two screws, and that's the only thing holding in the combustion boiler. Pull the controls down out of the way, and you know, now the only thing connecting the heat exchanger is the pipes. So now you go about unhooking the pipes. You got a screw here, a couple screws here, you got a couple of screws here. Look at those screws out, you can unhook stuff. These lines can come out of here, out of these fittings. Just undo this exhaust pipe, separate that little connection there. Then you got 10 screws that hold the thing in that you gotta take out. That's a heat exchanger out of it. Now that's out here where you can get to it, you can remove these little heaters and stuff. Their goofy little instructions expect you to do it while it's in place. I don't know how you're ever going to reach some of these doing it that way. 9 screws holding this piece of plastic on. Stupid heater wires gone and everything. These things. You don't even have to bother putting them back if the thing's not outside. You got 917 of these screws around the perimeter, top and bottom. You got to take that, and then you can take these end things off the heat exchanger. Forget about this little pipe that they omit from their instructions. Look at that stuff that came out of it. They also don't mention removing this gas line, which makes a lot of sense to do. Here's the heat exchanger. Look at that, isn't that pretty? And none of this has anything to do with why it was replaced. It does look a little bit rough. You can definitely see which side is on more than the other side. You know, this side is the main first burner, and then you like the third and fourth burner over here. Here's the secondary heat exchanger. Looks brand new. Like pristine. Completely different from that primary exchanger. And here's the burner. Yeah. Look at the difference between those. And these rods are looking a little shitty too. I guess I'll clean them. I think that's the leak right there. Manufacturing defect. Before you can actually install a new heat exchanger, first you have to remove 73 more screws from this panel and transfer it to the new primary heat exchanger using their little self-adhesive gasket that they sent, of course. Now with a nice new gasket stuck on the old shitty bracket, install the old secondary heat exchanger onto the new primary exchanger using the bag of fresh cesium painted screws that they ship with the heat exchanger. Using this new fluffy gasket and not these extras that they sent. Attach the burner to the top of the heat exchanger using the rest of the fancy cesium screws. Yes, they're in the frame rod. With that done, now.
Shut the fuck up, Tesla. Shut the fuck up. Deeper shade homosexuality, equal matter, butthole. What else? Oh, that's right. Stupid.
Yeah, it's gonna leak. I forgot something. Okay. Alright, she's good to go. Water's hot. And it's not leaking everywhere. Job done.